An uncharted island off the coast of Australia. Volume's quite low, huh? Well, here am I. I am in Australia, all ready to talk about the guys from IBI and their newest game, Flight of the Amazon Queen. All I have to do is find their offices. Okay, that's all we have to do? All right. Find the IBI offices. So IBI, of course, is Interactive Binary Illusions, which made the game, an Australian company. Very rare to have an Australian developer here, which is pretty neat. The DOS Hebrew version? That's awesome. That's awesome. Very neat. All right, so let's refamiliarize ourselves here. We got open, we got close, move, give, look at, pick up, talk to, use. And we already have a full inventory here. Look at notebook. It's my trusty journalist notebook. I never leave home without it. Invitation. You're invited to meet the lads from IBI on their secret tropical island. It's my interactive binary illusions ID card. It's my lunch. Apparently a banana. Look at baseball bat. It's an official Flight of the Amazon Queen baseball bat. And a souvenir. I bought this at a Brisbane airport souvenir shop. Okay. God knows why. All right, let's look at Faye. She's quite attractive. Okay, what else do we have that we could look at? Airship. Can we... Oh, good. They do have hotkeys. Look at airship. It's the airship that I arrived in. Okay. Walk to path. All right, let's talk to Faye. And her hand mirror, apparently. Hello there. I'm Joe King, interviewer for hire. Oh, yeah? And what? I'm here to talk about the designers of the Amazon Queen. Do you know where I can find them? Their office is just around the corner. Keep following this path and you should... Whoa, it's moving super fast. Couldn't even read that. Who are you? You haven't played the game yet, have you? Don't you know who I am? Well, the command line says that you're Faye. That's about all I know. You must be from out of town. Way out of town. I happen to be Faye Russell, the famous movie star, and I'm the star of the Flight of the Amazon Queen. I thought Joe King, the character I'm playing now, was the star of the game. Don't believe anything that schmuck tells you. He's got as much charisma as George Bush as a Japanese what? All right, maybe the settings are a little off here, the technical settings, going by super quickly. What was it like working for Binary Illusions? They were a small bunch of guys, incredibly professional, good-looking, hard-working, talented, and very bright. They painted all these backgrounds and programmed all the code. And they wrote all of your lines too, huh? How did you know that? Just a hunch. Oh, it was George Bush's The Japanese Dinner. That was the Japanese dinner where George Bush booted. He booted into somebody's lap. Was it actually the Japanese Prime Minister? Yeah. Oh, man. What are you doing here? I'm on my coffee break. The guys have got me doing some promotional work for Flight of the Amazon Queen. I better be going now. See you around. Oh, man. Excuse me. What do you want now? I better be going now. See you around. Okay, so I guess that's it for Faye. Yeah, booted as in threw up. Vomited. Hurled. Yacked. Use your term of preference. All right, it's time to pick up Faye. No, pick up. Oh, you can't. No, thanks. I'm a wild-eyed loner at the gates of oblivion. Too bad, too bad. Is there give? There is give. Let's give her a souvenir of our journey. I got you a souvenir. Is it from overseas? Well, it's actually from Brisbane Airport, but it looks nice. Thanks, but no thanks. So you only want... Here, this baseball bat is from overseas. Will you take that? No, thanks. I've grown attached to it. Give her the lunch. Give her your lunch. Your banana. How would you like a banana? No, thanks. I've got one of my own. Oh, the options have subtitle speed. Thank you, Aardvark. Thank you. All right, where are the options? F5? Do I have to do Control F5 or are there options in game? George Bush. Okay, it's going to VM. Thank you. The subtitles are way too fast. 60. Let's bring it down to 24. Why not? Okay, so let's see. We can test it out by talking to her again. And it almost seemed like only her lines were super fast. His weren't as bad. Yeah, there's a clip. Yeah, no, it actually happened. It's a well-known event that took place. All right, let's walk to the path. So much for Faye. Didn't even look like her mirror was a hotspot. All right, look at control panel. This must be the control panel that opens that door. Okay. Door. So these are scenes from the game. It's closed and I can't see any way to open it. You just saw the control panel that opens it. Oh, silly Joe King. Silly Joe King. Joking. Joe King is joking. Okay, so just the door and the control panel. All right. Use control panel. A security door code. Let's see if I can work this thing out. Well, that didn't work. Oh, no. Oh, no. Didn't we go through here before? Somehow? There's no hotspot there, though. Interestingly enough. Can we open the control panel? It doesn't seem to open. Move the control panel. I can't move it. All right, so we have to figure out the security code. Can we... Well, what's in your notebook? Maybe it's written down there. Open notebook. I'll take notes when I get back to the office. It's a useless notebook. Just useless. All right, did we look at... So the security code isn't on anything that we have. Does it include it in this? Now, like 24 looks too slow almost. Oh, you can't hear that? Yeah, I can't hear it either. The sound effects was plenty loud enough, right? Is there supposed to be music now? We heard a little bit of music at the start of the game, but yeah. MIDI device is, I think, MT32 synth. Hey, Kira. Yeah, you can hear a little bit of in the background stuff. Maybe that's why we didn't hear much during Monkey Island either. Maybe it's not set up properly. Open door. It doesn't seem to open. It doesn't seem to open. All right, try using it again, the control panel. Maybe we should bash it with the baseball bat. Let's have another crack at this thing. Wrong again. Well, we have no way to input it, so the character has to learn it. Or we could just take the baseball bat to the control panel, see how that works. I'd rather play baseball some other time. Oh, damn. Well, that's too bad. And the invitation didn't mention what the code was. Can we talk to... Is it like an intercom? I can talk all I want, but it ain't gonna talk back. No, not close the path, walk path. Maybe Faye will know. Faye, do you know what the code is? Help us out, Faye, help us out. Excuse me, what do you want now? Yeah. Do you know what the security door code is? I can't get into their office. I'm not supposed to give it out to strangers. But seeing that you're such a cutie, I'll make an exception. The code is blue, green, green, red, then blue again. You're welcome. All right, hopefully he just inputs that himself and we don't have to do it. And hopefully she also wasn't trolling us. Let's see if that code works. Blue, green, green, red, blue. Yay! Boom! Hey, it worked. All right. Let's walk to door. Ah, there's some music. Good day, cabbers. Struth, it's hot. How about we put another shrimp on the barbie, eh? What's he talking about? I have no idea. I'm Joe King, virtual investigator. I'm here to talk to you guys about Amazon Queen. Oh, I thought you were auditioning for Crocodile Dundee 3. Yes, I should have done an Australian accent there. Hi, Joe. I'm John Passfield. And I'm Steve Stamatiadis. Our other team member, Tony Ball, is out back coding. This is where we make our games. What do you think? Very nice. So, what would you like to know? Could you give me a brief rundown on what Flight of the Amazon Queen is all about? Isn't it a bit late? I mean, you've already bought the game. Hey, I might have an attention deficit disorder. Yeah, right. Well, the game's a graphic adventure set in the 1940s. You get to play Joe King, a pilot for hire. Which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm playing Joe King, pilot for hire. Uh-huh. Anyhow, through a series of misadventures, you wind up in the Amazon jungle, where you discover an evil group called Floda who plan on taking over the world. And it's up to you to save the world, huh? Hey, I'm telling the story here. Anyway, it's up to you, as Joe King, to save the world, and win the heart of a beautiful princess to boot. Sounds thrilling. Anything else you'd like to know? Why are you painting that wall red? Because I'm all out of blue paint. Why do I get the feeling that I walked right into that one? How long did it take to produce Amazon Queen? Too long. Seriously though, about 3 years. John and I worked on the game for 1.5 years before signing with Warner. Then Tony joined to help with the PC version. Wow, I didn't realize there were so few people on the dev team. Did the game change much in that time? You bet. Back in the early days, it was an Amiga floppy product. Now it's a foreign language Amiga PC CD-ROM game with full voice. Have you learned anything from the experience? Yes. There's an awful lot of pictures in a graphic adventure. Does your office really look like this? Or is this an idealized representation? Are you kidding? If this was idealized, there'd be babes all over the place. I might have a look around. Go right ahead. Nice, thank you. Look at. Impressive looking rock. It's made of styrofoam. Look at camera. Oh, maybe use camera? Yes. It's one of the backgrounds from the game. Nice. Look at Weeping God statue. Oh. He just looks at it. There's no dialogue. Okay. Look at John. It's John Passfield, game designer and programmer. Alright, talk. Hi, John. What are you doing? I'm just rereading the CD-ROM script. What was it like doing a CD-ROM talkie? It was great. We got to meet some really talented actors like Penelope Keith, Ann Reitel, and Brad Lavelle. And we got to meet Bill Red Six Hootkins. Of course, it was awesome. It sounds like recording the CD was a lot of fun. It was, although logistically it was tough. Having to keep track of 20,000 lines of dialogue in different languages. But hey, that's why we get the big bucks. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna speed up. It seems like we slowed the subtitles too much, so maybe go for 38. What do you mean by Red 6? Red 6 was the first rebel to die in the Death Star run in Star Wars. And Bill Hootkins played that fateful pilot. Oh, good bit of trivia. What a way to go. Yeah, it was an emotional experience meeting Bill. I take it you're a bit of a Star Wars fan. Want to see my action figures? What part does Penelope Keith play? She plays the Temple Guardian. I won't say too much in case you haven't gotten there yet. Needless to say, she does a superb job. Thanks for telling me about the CD talkie. Hey, no problem. So what else do you do around here? Well, apart from writing scripts and editing the game, I also programmed the editors and game engine that drives Amazon Queen. Tell me more about yourself. Before I began work on Queen, I used to write weekly comic strips for a national magazine. I've also done some comic work with Steve, as well as some written stuff for Dark Horse Comics. It's pretty cool. How did you get into programming? I actually studied programming at university, then did a 2.5-year stint as a programmer for a telecommunications company. Then I saw the light. Well, actually, Steve showed me Monkey Island. Then what? Then I realized that computer games could have comic book storylines, with cool characters and funny dialogue. So Steve and I decided to do a graphic adventure all our own. And Flight of the Amazon Queen was born. That's right. Nice music. Who wrote it? Richard Joseph. This particular piece is from Flota, just in case you haven't been there yet. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Okie dokie. Later is now. Hello again, John. Hello again, Joe. What sort of humor inspired the game? Well, all the classic American TV comedies. Different Strokes, Growing Pains, Jody Loves Chachi, BJ and the Bear, and its equally amusing but underrated spin-off, The Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo. Are you serious? If you haven't gotten cable yet, get it. These shows are gems. I've got some questions about Amazon Queen. Ask away. Why are the pygmies over 6 foot tall? That's meant to be joke. 6'4" tall pygmies, get it? I guess you had to be there. I guess so. What's the secret of Monkey Island? Are you ready for this? The secret of Monkey Island is... Elaine is actually a guy. Wow. Wow. Is there going to be a sequel to Amazon Queen? Actually, Steve and I have the story already worked out. The next one's going to span the world and introduce some interesting new characters. But we won't be starting that for a while yet. Yeah, it never happened, huh? I've heard enough, thanks. Okay. What other games do you hold in high regard? I like Monkey Island and Day of the Tentacle, as well as Pac-Man and Prince of Persia. Steve likes Zelda and anything by LucasArts. Actually, I like Zelda too. What are you playing at the moment? Well, Dark Forces is the current office favorite. It's a great way to unwind at the end of a busy day. I've got to go. Bye. Hello again. Hi. I've got to go. Okay, so we've exhausted conversation with him. What if we were to give him our lunch? John. Feeling hungry? No, I had a late breakfast. All right, give him the souvenir. I bought you a souvenir. What a nice guy. What is it? I think it's a dog toy. I don't have a dog. You might as well keep it. Aw. All right, can we push the, or move, yeah, move. Wait, move Weeping God statue. I can't move it. All right, talk to Steve. Hello again, Steve. Hi. So you do the graphics, right? Yep. I also co-designed the game with John, as well as helped with some of the scripting. How many graphic locations are there? Billions and billions. And they're all in color. Actually, there's about 120 different graphic locations. How do you do the graphics? I use DPaint 4 running on an A1200 with a... Mostly work straight to the computer. Though for some close-ups, I've scanned in pencil drawings as roughs. Why not do the graphics on the PC? Because the Amiga has the best version of DPaint at the moment. For our next project, we'll be utilizing more PC-based software, though. What's your favorite color? Red. No, blue. I've heard enough about graphic stuff. Okay. What are you guys working on next? Next up is another graphic adventure. It's based on a comic book character of ours called Stereo Jack. It's a cyberpunk parody with lots of chicks and cool gadgets. What's Stereo Jack going to look like? It'll look like the comic book, but animated. It's CD-ROM only, so it's going to have some really cool voice characters with loads of animation. Who is Stereo Jack? He's the star of the comic book and game. He's sort of a rogue cyber hacker with an attitude. Go check out the monitors at the end of the room to see some design graphics. Yeah, I don't think they ever did make that game, or released it at least. Is Stereo Jack going to be a dark, gritty game? It's going to be light, but not too light. You'll have to wait and see. Still waiting. The closest thing you could compare it to is superheroes without the tights. I've heard enough. Okay. Excuse me, yes? Tell me a bit about yourself. Well, I studied animation and did some comics for a while. I also co-designed and did graphics for a game called Halloween Harry. And I worked on the movie Fortress, or Fortress. What did you do? Oh, no, it was Fortress. I was hired to do the computer graphics for the surveillance screens. But I also got a chance to be on the big screen. Really? What part did you play? I played a hand that pointed at a computer screen for about 7 seconds. Oh, really? Sweet shower game. Nice. What comics have you done? I worked on Starlight Agency, Markham, From Hell with Eddie Campbell and Alan Moore, as well as some Star Wars stuff for Dark Horse. John and I are currently doing Stereo Jack. How are computer games different to comics? Well, computer games are a little more difficult to fold up and put in your pocket. What's Stereo Jack all about? It's a cyberpunk parody with plenty of action and lots of babes. It appears in an Australian comic called Issue 1 on an occasional basis. What sort of comics do you like to read? I like manga stuff, mainly Ranma, Half, Appleseed, and Dominion. I also like Bone, Deadline, and the Batman adventures. Oh, and Hellboy. I like a bit of everything. I might go talk to someone else. Bye. Wow. Good taste, Steve. Alright, so we're done with Steve. Steve-O. Can we look at anything back here? No. Oh, yeah, studio lights. Wow, making games these days is just like Hollywood. Notice board. Joe King will be arriving today for an interactive interview. Don't forget to give him the security door code, which of course they did. They did forget to do that. Flashing lights. These are very impressive flashing lights. What do? They don't do anything. They're just here to make the set look more impressive. Top left computer screen. Oh, here we go. Hey, this looks neat. What is it? It's something that IBI has in the works. It may or may not be a graphic adventure. Really? Stereo Jack, maybe? No, look at it. What's this screen from? It's a screenshot from Stereo Jack. It's IBI's next game. Oh, this is Stereo Jack. Go ask Steve if you want to find out more. This looks like a comic. Yep, that's what it is. It's a scene from one of the Stereo Jack comic books. Who's this guy? He's Blackhole, Jack's nemesis. You'll get to meet him in the Stereo Jack game. And here's a screenshot of Jack. What are those things on his head? You'll have to play the game to find out. Really? Look at Trash Can. Or maybe they did make it, they just didn't get far enough, or who knows, they ran out of money or funding. This trash can is full of empty pizza boxes. Can we take any of it? Why the heck would I want that? Look at picture. This picture looks strangely familiar. Oh, it's supposed to be Darth Vader with a lightsaber? I'd rather leave it here. What about the plug? PowerPoint. Look at it. It's a PowerPoint. I guess that's the Australian term for plug or whatever. Pick it up. Unplug the computer. What are you doing to my PowerPoint? I was just having a look. That's all. Yeah, well, leave it alone. It powers my incredibly high-tech computer here. And I don't like people fiddling around with it. Okay, Tony, okay. It's Tony Ball, programmer. Talk to him. Hi, I'm Joe King, interviewer for hire. Hi, Joe, I'm Tony. What are you doing? I'm pressing all the buttons on this high-tech control panel. Why? Because it looks cool. I usually use a 486DX when programming, but John and Steve thought this control panel would look more impressive. I'm pressing all the buttons on this high-tech control panel again. Talk to him again. Hello, Tony. Hello. How long have you been working on the project? I joined John and Steve when they signed up with Warner. They hired me to do the PC conversion. How did you meet the guys? We met in the offices of an Australian software publisher. I was working on the PC conversion of another game at the time. When I finished that, I joined them full time. Tell me a bit about yourself. I enjoy horseback riding, early morning walks along the beach, and playing the guitar. Anything else you'd like to share with us? Well, my parents were shot dead in front of me at the age of 5. Since then, I've dedicated my life to fighting crime. Is he Batman? Meting out my own twisted brand of justice on the criminal underworld. So you're keeping busy then? Yeah, I've got to go. See ya. Alright, so we're done with Tony. Big Tone. Big Tone. Okay, so we can't go any further to the right there. Alright, well, let's try to give him our souvenir then, I guess. Tony. Oh, I already tried that Grizzleby. He got upset. Would you like a present? No, thanks. I have enough material possessions already. Hey, welcome to Nintendo. Yeah, that's why we're playing it. All this unique content in some of these demos. Let's give them our invitation. That's why we're welcome here. No way, it ain't Christmas yet. Use notebook. Okay, you go back to the office. You don't want to get... Is he hungry, maybe? Wait, give lunch to Tony. Want a banana? No, thanks. I had lunch half an hour ago. Can we use our lunch? Can we eat it ourselves? Well, I'm not feeling hungry yet. Alright. We tried the souvenir already. I don't think we need the ID card. Can we use the console? No. It's not even a hotspot. Doesn't seem to work. Alright, so I'm wondering, like, I don't know if this demo is going to have an ending. Will it? It may not. Pick up camera. I don't think I need that. I don't think we tried giving the lunch and the souvenir to Steve. Would you like something to eat? Is it pizza? No, it's a banana. Oh, in that case, forget it. No one wants the banana. Nobody wants it. I got you a souvenir, Steve. What is it? I think it's a dog toy. I've already got one of those. Thanks anyway. Aw. Can we move the impressive looking rock if it's styrofoam? I can't move it. Oh, damn it. Pick it up. I don't think I need that. Move statue. Weeping God. Can't move it. Pick up the statue. Alright, try talking with him again. No. So it looks like we're done talking to everybody. Yeah, we were talking about that in the Discord. People were mentioning that. The Stanley Parable demo. Talk. Tony. Nope. Okay, so we're done with everybody. Maybe we can use lunch. No. Well, I guess you can't give it to the trash can you? Throw it out. No, I don't think you did that. All right, let's see. Are there any hotspots that we missed? That's where the flashing lights, PowerPoint, studio lights. Can't pull the cord or anything. Never, Izzy's, never. We have thousands and thousands and thousands to go. And thousands more. Can we leave? Walk to exit, yeah. Yeah, maybe we just fly back on the airship. Excuse me, guys. How do I leave the island? That's pretty simple. Just use the airship that you arrived in. Or press F10 if you want to leave in a hurry. Oh, okay, thanks. You're welcome. John, what did you mean by press F10? I don't know. Something came over me and I had to say it. I can't really explain why. That's really weird. Spooky. Alright, I kind of want to press F10, but if it actually quits, because it might be like something funny, but if it actually quits, then that could be bad, because we would lose our... There's no way to save this, right? So, it might be bad. Oh, I know you're joking. I know you're joking. But if you joke, I can joke right back with you, huh? Use airship. Actually, let's talk to Faye on the way out. Excuse me. What do you want now? I better be going now. See you around. All right, use airship. We haven't used any of our items, though. Boy, I sure had fun talking to those likable guys from IBI. But now it's time to get back to the real world. And have another game of Flight of the Amazon Queen. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Joe. Wow, it just quits. It quits just like that. All right. Wow. So, after 34 minutes, the Flight of the Amazon Queen demo has been interviewed. We talked to Steve and Tony. And who is the other guy? Another guy about their experiences making Flight of the Amazon Queen. We also had to find a way to get into their offices by talking to Faye. What a time it was. Yeah, it's been demoed. It's been demoed. Now, we just left in the airship and that's it. It auto quit. So F10. Yeah, we could try right now just to see if it also insta quits. I'm sure it probably does. Or did they say control F10? Okay, I'm actually hitting that and nothing's happening. All right, so maybe nothing does happen. Or maybe it's getting interfered with because of ScumVM, perhaps. Interesting. All right, Cool. Well, that was Flight of the Amazon Queen. Now, obviously a little bit different. Remember, they did have more than one demo. So like more of the playable demo was like the first part of the game. So kind of more the traditional conventional demo. So this was basically just turning, kind of a behind the scenes they kind of made into the game, which is kind of neat. Obviously, there's only really kind of one so-called puzzle. Oh, press F10 and quit. Okay, so it's just straight up quit. So yeah, it just has a little bit of a different aim, but it's interesting. So far, Freddy Farkas was like the most challenging. This was just more to learn the backstory, and Monkey Island is more about just kind of sampling the area. So it's been interesting. They've all taken slightly different approaches, which has been kind of neat. Pretty neat.